Yo, what's going on, world? It's your boy Poncho here. Welcome to episode 40 of Cookups and Convos here with the homie, Tinica Rose, in
Hey,
the building. Mount Vernon's finest. How are you doing today?
I'm doing very well. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you for coming back for the second time because unfortunately this is a reshoot because I fucked that shit up the first time.
Nah,
but
it's all good.
Tinica was very patient with me and I appreciate that. And now we're here to make it happen. So, Tinica, one more time for the people. Could you describe a Tinica Rose type beat?
Yeah, for me, a Tinica Rose type beat, it's just a feeling.
It's just a vibe.
Like, it's just a vibe. And I think the more organic the vibe, like, it's really like a testimony to like the room and the space. I feel, or like, just the moment. And when you're able to like capture that, then the audience is able to receive it because there's such a level of like authenticity in that moment.
That's a fact.
You know, like you ever hear those songs, you're like, damn, I really wish I was like a fly on the wall in the studio when like this melody was produced or like that line was like, I want to know what they thought. Like, damn, that was good.
I know that feeling.
So yeah, that's how I would describe my music. It's just energy. Like it's just a feeling.
That's interesting. Do you ever try and like make songs like, you know, people would be like, yo, it'd be dope if you made this type of record, or you just always in the moment, just whatever you feel?
I really just do things that are organic to me, because I used to be like that. Like I used to have a lot of pressure on my back, especially as a songwriter and wanting to write for other people. It took me a long time to understand that when a person hires you to be a songwriter, you know, they're hiring you. Like you, they're not hiring you to be Rihanna. They're not hiring you to be Neo.
I was just about to
Yeah.
say Neo. What? Neo's the GOAT songwriter,
is.
just so y'all know. A lot of people don't know that. But
No, I was just listening to his whole catalog on my way
Word.
over.
You can't go wrong with that.
And it took me a while to understand that. So when somebody asks you to write a song like a specific artist, you know, respectfully, they should just hire that person or find out who their songwriters are to do it, because what people connect to is the authenticity.
Yep.
When you're trying to sound like someone else, it doesn't always stick. Like I get that there's a formula, but you can go but so far.
It's like the same thing with like if you're rapping about lyrics that, or an artist is rapping about lyrics that they don't live, rapping about a life they don't live. Like you just feel that it just doesn't connect.
Yeah,
No
it
way.
doesn't. And if it doesn't show up right away, it's gonna show up somewhere down the line.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. Okay. You ready for this?
Yes.
Let's make a vibe. All right, let's see what I want to do today. Damn, I haven't made a beat in like fucking over a week. I mean, besides the one like 2 days ago that like I didn't like that beat at all, by the way. So I'm kind of happy that we're redoing
You
this.
didn't? I thought it was pretty dope.
Nah, I didn't like that. I thought the guitar was mad sloppy, but it's okay. Give me a sec. I'm not feeling any of this right now. Oh, you know what?
Just go with how you feel.
Yeah, whenever I get stuck like this, I'm just gonna go back to my roots. Just some piano shit.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Fuck it. That work for you?
Yeah.
Okay.
I like it.
That chord was a mistake, but it actually kind of
sound
sounded
good.
cool. Yeah, facts. I don't know if I'm gonna keep it, but that shit was like, that was kind of fire.
I mean, things happen. There's times where I feel like I go off and I'll be right on the note. I'm like, oh, this is what I feel like.
Yup, that's a fact. That's a fact. That's so real. That's so real. Some of my best beats is about my finger slips and then like I hit a key. I'm oh, so yeah,
Yeah.
it happens.
That's usually like the greatest moments in songs. It'll happen just like that. Like you
Some
would have
spontaneous shit.
Yeah, you would have like
Yeah.
made a mistake and then it would have like triggered the imagination of like the engineer and they're like, nah, you gotta do it like this. And then all of a sudden it's like this fire moment. And
That's
it
a
ends up being
fact.
like everybody's favorite moment.
That's so real. That's so
So-
real. Shout out to all the engineers
I feel
that
like
pick
those
those
are
up.
like I feel like those are like gifts.
Okay.
Imagine we play it back, it's like
Dumb ugly.
it's like all that beautiful shit for no reason.
That works. You gonna give us another freestyle today?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
I think
Alright.
I think freestyles are way more fun in these types of moments.
That's a fact. In a spontaneous moment already.
Yeah, and I feel like you're cooking up. These are just like random things. I feel like it just adds to like the moment.
That's a fact.
Not to take it so seriously. Not to say that we're not trying to create fire, but
Yeah, that's a fact.
but it's just like I feel like it makes the moment way more organic
Yeah.
when you're like in the moment, because that's really what songwriting is, right? Before you flesh it out and make it what you feel like your audience.
I feel like that's what people fall in love with, and then like potentially I feel like a lot of people can lose that too. I know I've lost that, like trying to be like so technical, make it sound like this certain thing, but like the spontaneity.
You said it right. Spontaneity.
What?
Spontaneity, right? Spontaneity.
What, you said spontaneity?
No. Spontaneity. Spot one. No.
Yeah, that.
Spontaneity, right? Spontaneity.
Sponta-
I'm saying it right. I know I have to. Like, don't confuse me.
Okay.
Because I don't want people to be like, oh my God.
Yeah, just
Tinica.
let me know in the comments. I don't know. She might be right. I have no idea. But yeah, so yeah. Gotta get the right pitch.
Da, 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 da. Nah, what you had before was fire. I don't know what you just did. But that
Why was that so perfect? Have you ever thought about like stepping into like the producer or engineer world, or you're like just strictly artist?
Me?
Yeah.
I did songwriting for so many years.
Word.
Okay, so like when I started like doing music, it was during a time where like the industry was like you had to look a certain way in order to be taken seriously. So I did like the songwriter thing because like a lot of producers wouldn't want to work with me on that level. It didn't matter how talented I was. They would want me to work for their artists. Now their artists were like pretty, they were cute, but they were trash. They just weren't good.
I don't think anything has
And,
changed
like-
in that, but
Huh?
I think it's still like that to a degree.
It's still like that, but you know what? I don't care. Like, like I'm not like that. So for me, it's like I used to let that like kind of keep me in this like one-dimensional place. Like I didn't think like being an artist was something that was necessarily feasible.
Yeah, because you said you were making music since what, 2011?
No, like 2005.
2005. Where'd I get 2011?
Not even.
from?
Honestly, I've been doing music since like 2002. It's when I really started to learn how to. I got into songwriting because I was a poet for a really long time, and then I learned to how to what's his name? This gentleman, Orlando, right? I was like in this group it was like this group was like three of us. It was two girls and this guy named Orlando, and he's the one who actually taught me like the structure of how to write a song. Then I left that group with that basic knowledge, and then I went on to meet another gentleman. I want to say his name is Richard Strout, and he used to be in like this group back in the days. I forget the name. Is it Director? I don't remember their name or whatever. But they had like some success and whatever. And he actually told me that I couldn't sing well, that I should focus on my writing. And like it hurt my feelings.
2002, like you were like what? Not even 18 at this time.
No. I was like in my teens. I was like, yeah.
How are you gonna tell like a what?
Okay, I get it, but I respect people's honesty. Like, you know what I'm saying? It does, just because they feel that way.
If someone told me when I was 18, yo, you can't play the piano, don't try, then at 19, I never would have gotten nice. That's some bullshit. I don't like that.
No, I mean, you're never going to like everything, right? But for me, I was just like, so I had to make a decision. And I was like, well, okay, he may not think that I can sing as well as to his standard. I was like, but I could always work on that. I was like, but I can still learn from him. And as long as I was able to learn from him, I just took my feelings out of it. I didn't get caught up in whether he liked me or not. I believed in myself. And so what I did was like, I was under his guidance, and, like I really, he would, give me music to write to, and nobody was doing that for me. So I was like, I took
beats and stuff like that.
Yeah, like he was a producer too. So he would make these beats or whatever, and he would give me like CDs with a bunch of tracks, and then I would write to it. And, he would be like, nah. One time, there's one song, I kid you not, I probably wrote 5 different songs before I got an okay. And it took me like maybe like a month. And this was like the beginning of my songwriting. But, just because a person says something about you or like critiques you, it doesn't mean that they're necessarily trying to tear you down. It could just mean like that's their interpretation of you. For me, it's like you have to take advice, like you take what you feel is accurate, you apply it, and then you just move on from it. Like you can't get caught up in all the criticism, because people are always going to say something. But he was still willing to work with me as a writer.
Okay, all right, hold on, wait. That changes it. I thought you just meant like he was just like, trash next.
No.
That's why I was like, what the fuck?
Oh, no, he was willing to still work with me as a songwriter. So for me, I was like, all right, but when I tell you I used to go home, after that comment, I went home and every day I practiced the scale. Every single day. And then I remember like when I was like 18 or something, I ran into him like years later. And I ran into him and I sang him the song that I had wrote. And he was just like, wow, like, and he apologized for telling me that I couldn't sing. And he encouraged me to keep going. So it's like, you don't know how things are going to come full circle. But I'm very, very grateful for that experience, because it got me going with songwriting. That's where that was leading to. So yeah, like sometimes, people are placed in your path, and although they may not say things that you want to hear, it may be something that you need to hear so that you can get better at what it is that you do. Right? Because when somebody has malicious intent, and then when somebody is giving
that's the
you...
other thing. It depends on the intent of it. Like a lot of people are just fucking, like they just hate. So that's
But the difference. You could feel it in your spirit.
Yeah, definitely.
So because sometimes people tell you the truth. You don't like it, it don't feel good.
Yeah. Yo, I heard this quote today. It said, intent has a smell to it. And I thought about it, and I'm like, yeah, that's really facts. Like, you just going off what you just said, like, you can really feel when someone has good intentions, bad intentions, why they're doing something, why they're not.
Yeah.
I just remember that right now.
Because when you sit there and you're looking at the reason, it's like, well, what's the point of you saying that?
Yeah, you're trying to help, or you're trying to gain something, you're trying to feel better, but...
Yeah, and then you ask yourself, like, can this advice be applied? Like, can I use this for anything? Does this person have a point? I mean, you don't dwell on stuff like that. You take the good and you just leave the rest. Like, you take what is constructive about it. Because a person who genuinely wants the best for you is not going to always tell you what you want to hear. But they'll also encourage you in the path that you should take. They're not going to just criticize you without any type of direction, because then that is just criticism. That's
that's
not
just
like it's
hating.
not
That's just
constructive
hating,
at all.
yeah,
It is
yeah,
just hate.
yeah.
Because you're not trying to help me solve my problem. You're criticizing me for something that you consider me to be ignorant to, but you're not even trying to educate me. That I have a problem with. But those who are, I think that's where humility comes in. Humility is understanding that you still have more to learn.
I hear what you're saying. I'm never gonna agree with anyone that says like, "Yo, you can't do this. Don't try." Like, I'm never ever going to agree with that.
And I respect that because I don't believe in that either. What I'm saying is like you can't get uptight about it because people are always going to judge you on how they feel. It's not the truth. That's their interpretation of you.
That's a fact.
Because if I listen to any of those people, none of those people do music anymore. If the people I started off doing music with or that may have like given me the harshest criticism don't do anything anymore. And one thing you learn is like you have to just follow your own path. You have to do what you feel is best for you, and you're gonna know those things because they feel a way. Just like you say, intent has a smell and it has a feeling. Like you know when something's right. You know when you're not 100%. Right? You know when you're not doing your best. You know it. Nobody got to tell you that. So if somebody tells you and it hurts you, it's because you know that they're right in some way. And you just take it as a okay, and then you just learn from it. You grow, and you just leave it alone.
Yeah.
Not to get all deep behind it, but...
Yeah, this shit got deep as fuck. I feel like I can't make music now. Shit.
Oh, my God.
Nah, that's a fact. I agree with most of what you said. But
I agree with most of what you said. I agree.
Something is missing. That riff was fucking crazy, by the way.
Huh?
That riff was crazy. Do you still songwrite, or you're only locked into your own work?
I'm open to the idea of songwriting. It's just I'm very like particular on who I want to like work with. Okay. Because like I said, earlier in my career, I used to barter a lot, so I would get studio time for writing for their artists or whatever. But and I would get experience in being in the booth because I would have to record the idea before sending it to the artist. So
that's what I'm gonna say. Honestly, if you wanted to do that here, like that shit would go crazy. If that's something that you're still interested in doing.
Songwriting?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it depends on who the artist is. Like, I don't want to write for people who aren't serious. I don't like my time being wasted, and that's one thing. Like, I'm a lot older now. Like, I rather like be doing nothing at home if I'm gonna have my time wasted. And you know, like, and I charge. Yeah, I have a kid and everything. So it's like when I go outside, it better be for like purposeful reasons, and that's just like where I'm at with it. Like I don't usually leave if it's not like a paid gig or anything, and I definitely charge. Not charge. As you should, yeah, as you should. Because I have so many years. So like, I think if you know. If I meet, like, you know, if it's like a dope thing, you know, there's a lot of young people too. They don't have their business in order. I just sometimes it's just like, I just keep it to myself.
Yeah, so if I'm sorry, if you're watching it, if you're an artist and you're watching this and you don't know what BMI and ASCAP is, I'm not gonna take you serious.
And like, I'm just not. BMI and
that's the beginning of it.
But like, it's like, you know, like split sheets.
Yeah, all that. Like,
and all of that. And, you know, like, taking care of like the business aspect. That's why I don't like to do a lot of features either. Yeah. If I'm being honest, it's because a lot of people don't do good business. They just don't go, and it doesn't mean that they're bad people. It just means that they don't do good business.
They're like they either don't know like how to do good business or they intentionally don't. And that's why I don't. Sometimes people ask me like why I don't invest, because I said this a couple times. I don't invest in artists anymore. And it's like it's for that reason. Like one, I would rather just build my own thing, and two, like just it's.
You only want to work with people who are invested in themselves.
Yeah, and that's such a small percent of people that make music too. So.
And I get it. Like to me, it's like people who are invested, just they go in and they get stuff done. Like I don't want to sit in a studio for 8 hours. Like I don't think it's cute. I think it's a waste of time and it's a waste of money. Like if you're not doing nothing, if y'all just smoking, chilling, and like shooting the breeze, and nobody's really recording, and like who's paying for the lights? Like, who's paying? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's just like a business minded thing. Like, the studio is in full production. That means you're not recouping. You're wasting. Like, money is being spent out, and I don't want to be around people who want to waste time or.
Yeah, that's some whack shit, and whack shit is contagious.
Yeah. I mean, and you know, some people are into that. Like, it's like the whole show. Like, you know, they want the girls to come through.
Yeah.
They like wasting time. They need to like smoke for hours before the session can start. And I go into all my sessions like with the intention of completing. That's it. Like, we're gonna have like I'm gonna have a completed product by the time I'm over. And I work, like, I don't, you know, like, you go in, you talk to the producer or the engineer, and you know, like, you have like that, you know, you create the vibe and stuff like that, and then you get to work. I like closed door sessions where it's just me and the engineer. I don't like to have a lot of people necessarily in the room.
And let's say a value. I'm about to post a clip with this today. I need to make that clip, by the way. Shout out to Ace Alexander. Episode 38, run that up. Posting the interview today. But the clip talks about like a lot of artists bring dead weight to the studio, and I see it hurt them, and it's just be careful who you have around.
Yeah, I mean, you know what it is? A lot of people like thinking that you need people around you to like validate what it is that you have to say. Like, you can get so much more done if you just lock in.
That's, you know what? I'm not even gonna hate on that because there is some truth to that. Like some people bring like, I don't know, one of the homies because it is like a comfort in a way. Like I understand that. I'm talking about people like just bringing people just to smoke and chill and shit like that. And like that.
Yeah,
like,
because they want the lifestyle. Like,
Yeah,
a lot of this is really
It's
the
that lifestyle
lifestyle.
shit.
Like, a lot of artists, they want the look.
Yeah.
They want the accolades before actually doing the work. Yo, the work is the ugly part. You go to the studio looking like a hot mess sometimes, or like you're in the studio for like 14 hours really like creating something. And there's been times like I remember I used to leave work. I worked in retail, and I had like say like a 8-hour shift or a 9-hour shift. I would leave there, and I was doing like song referencing for this writer, and I would go straight into the city to record like overnight. I didn't leave the studio, so I left my house at 7 a.m., went to work, go to the studio, come back at 5 a.m. So like by the time I got to where I lived, it was like 6 a.m., 7 a.m., and then go to sleep for 3 hours, go to the gym, and go back to work. Like, and that was like my life. So that was me before I had my son. And then once I had my son, I was like, I don't have the luxury of time like many people. So what I do, I had to get smarter. So I worked harder. And what I did was I would make sure that every single day I would write a song every single day for like.
I always tell artists that.
month.
I always tell people that. Oh my
Yeah.
God, I'm so happy you do that.
I did. I had to do it because it was taking me longer to write songs. So I was like, all right, I have to get to the point where like I can write music faster than someone else because they have the luxury of time. I'm a mom. I don't have that. So I would literally be with my son all day because at the time I had lost like my job, and I was like with my son, and so he would, when I would put him to sleep, I would be writing, and then I would write a song like every single day. Every single day, I would write this song, and it got to the point where like I can freestyle. Like now it's like, you know, now I'm freestyling. Now I'm going on the stage in front of however many people and making things up. But that really came from the consistency.
Putting in the work.
Yeah, just putting in the hours. Like,
That's fire.
I mean, it didn't feel fire when I was doing it.
I know it's
tired.
not fire. Like it's I don't know, I'm into that shit. I'm into the grind shit. I don't really care. Like I'm not materialistic. I don't care about like all that shit. I just like the grind, to be honest.
Yeah, I mean, all that stuff is gonna come.
I was about to
But play it. No, you good.
Alright, let me yeah, and all that stuff will come, by the way. As long as you enjoy the process. riffs are fucking crazy.
Oh, you think so? Thank you. Just sitting here trying to figure out what I'm gonna do. I'm like,
Oh shit. No, that was too much.
it is fire. I'm not gonna hold you. I think it's even fire than the way you did the other day.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, this shit was way better. I didn't like that beat at all, to be honest.
I don't think it was. I hope you didn't chuck it. You probably did. You did. Yo, your expression says it all.
Nah, I didn't, but I listened to it. I had to fix it. If I just fix the guitar, then it'll be fire. I would say about... I said this on the podcast before. I said like 15% of beats I make are trash. I'm going to like move that up to about like 20 now.
I feel like you're so consistent with it. Like, you're so consistent in making music. You could only get better.
I mean, yeah. I mean, just some things just aren't it.
I want you to understand. No, but I want you to understand. Like, no, because I feel like, because Poncho is so dramatic. Like, you gotta put things into perspective. Like,
Okay.
what are we, like 20 minutes in? Like, you're mad
Something
dramatic.
like
Like,
I just, nah, because like at the end of the day, like, and I heard Zaytoven say this, and it was the realest shit. He was like, if the beat isn't done in 10 minutes, it's not fire. Because at the end of the day, like,
Stop
after you get to
these
like,
people. That's
no,
terrible
no,
advice.
it is. That's real advice because, like, I mean, after you get to a point where you can make beats within 10 minutes, but like, if it takes longer than that, assuming you're not experimenting or trying any crazy shit, like, you're just not feeling it. If it takes that long, you have to go back and fix that many things, then just move on.
I don't even know which camera is mine, but
It's this one.
listen to me. Please don't take Poncho's advice. Whatever he just said, we're gonna edit that part out. Hopefully he does, because that is crazy. I
10
feel
minutes.
like when you get to a certain point, yes, and it becomes easier, like, yes, and you're gonna be able to create things on the spot, yes. But even with freestyling and it being dope because it's an experience, I still think that writing intentionally is better. Just like how I think like creating music intentionally is always better than you rushing this 10 minutes.
That's what I meant by like the experimental thing.
It's not even
but,
about
like,
it being experimental. Like, I feel like that adds so much pressure. Like, to tell someone like, oh, you're not fully nice into it.
No, okay, I'm not gonna say that. It's like when I shot out the episode with my boy Snell, that beat took like an hour. Like, everyone's style is different. This is just what works for me.
I think that is fire, and I think that you need to be nicer to yourself. That's just me. That's just me. I think that you're a lot more talented than you like to give yourself credit. And it takes, you said episode 40, and you've been creating, so that's like what, 40? I'm going to say like maybe 48. I don't know how many re-recordings you had.
No,
in the process of that.
Probably more, yeah.
So but that is like a lot of beats to create on the spot. I know some producers who can't even do that.
Yeah, a lot can't. Actually, I posted a clip with this. A lot of producers hit me up being like, "Yo, I could never do that." So
Yeah. So please, like, you gotta like.
But I thrive. Like I this is a situation I thrive in. Like, I was just listening to.
Yeah, you like
Kenny
high
beats, and
pressure
it's like,
situations.
Yes, like I'm always like this though. Like, this is me.
Do it 20 seconds.
Yes, if there's no pressure on me, I'm not getting shit done. Like, that's why I intentionally put myself in positions that will like fuck like.
But I want you to understand the greatness of that. Oh my gosh. Okay.
What?
There is so much greatness to that. Like, there's a difference between a person who wants to be a good and a person that wants to be great. People who are good do things that are out of comfort. You're not doing anything that's comfortable. There's nothing comfortable with sitting in front of a person that you barely know and having to say, "Hey, what's your style?" Yeah. No problem. I'm gonna create this beat right quick. Oh, what? You said you want this? Ah, you know what I'm saying? You're out here pretending to be Burger King.
I just, why you doing Burger King like that?
It's like you don't have it your way. Okay, well maybe I dated.
She just lost that sponsorship, but it's cool.
Oh my gosh. No, but I'm saying, I mean it, like, you're sitting here and you're like, I want you to understand like how dope that is.
It's all right.
Just child, just I can't. I cannot.
I appreciate you, Tinica.
I hope so. No,
It's like, you better.
nah. I'm just telling you because I feel like, you know what I hate is that people don't know how to tell other people when they're great. They think that it's gonna like steal.
Diminishes them.
Yeah,
in a
or
way.
like
Yeah,
they don't want you to
yeah.
see it because they want you to be able to do what they need you to do. You know what I'm saying? Oh, I don't want his prices to go up, so let's just, make him
Like
think
if you
that
tell
he
them
still
that
has
they're
a long
great.
way to go.
Yeah, that's real.
And I don't feel like that.
Positive, like reaffirmation. I'm so trash at words today. Reaffirmation.
Positive
Reassurance.
reinforcement.
Yes, reinforcement. That shit is so important. Like it really is. For some people. For me, like I don't know. I don't. Anyway,
No, you have you're gonna work on that, okay? And during all that meditation and tree hugging you do, I want you to put that on there, okay? Like, say, Poncho, I deserve the same level of compliments I give others. Okay? We're gonna start there. Like, say, Poncho, I can do this.
Listen, I got a beat to make.
Make the beat.
This is some experimental shit.
How experimental are we going? Because the beat is fire.
It is. There it is. I heard this bass in another song recently. You think that works?
Yeah, I think it's fire.
Okay, cool. This is the first time I've ever done this. This bass type sound. It's like this, like I call it like the Ty Dolla $ign bass. It's like,
Okay.
Yeah. So let me just fix this shit real quick.
I like Ty Dolla $ign.
Ty is fire. He was my favorite artist for dumb long.
Yeah?
Yeah. For dumb
think
long.
he's
Not that he got worse. I'm not saying he fell off or anything. Like I just my personal taste changed.
Changed?
But yeah, but no, he's so
Yeah. I think he came on to the scene so fire.
What do you mean?
He definitely has like his own sound. Like he brought his own
Yeah.
like flavor to, and pretty much like, when there's like a writer, like the hottest writer at the time, like when Neo was hot because all his songs sound like Neo.
Yup.
Beyonce, you could hear Neo's pen in there. Just like you could hear Tank when Tank was writing for Jamie. And I feel like you hear Ty when you hear him like writing for Chris Brown and other artists. So yeah, no, he's dope.
Shout out Neo. Great guy too. Great personality. If you ever watch a Neo interview, you're gonna enjoy it.
Oh, I've never met him. I like his interviews.
I don't know him, just like interviews and stuff like that. He did a pull up with Joe Budden. That was really good.
I gotta check it out.
Yeah.
I just started getting into like studying interviews and stuff like that.
Really? You just got into it? That's
Yeah,
been the game changer for me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, it is a game changer.
Facts.
Listen, I like watching the interviews. Like, I would like watch like Michael Jackson interviews and like Prince interviews. I was such a huge fan of like Barbara Walters at one point. Yeah, she's my old now. But Barbara was my girl. And anyone she would interview, I would like be in there. But I just became more intentional of like learning the game. I feel like there's so many gems from like interviews.
Yep. This show wouldn't exist if I didn't watch Producer Grind. Shout out Producer Grind. Joe Budden podcast, just on some industry shit. What else? $1 million worth of game. Gilly, Wallow. So many more, but this is mainly Producer Grind. Shout out Producer Grind. Like this wouldn't exist without them. But,
That's dope. I think that's so dope.
Yeah, interviews are everything. That's how I learned about you. That's how I wrote. That's where all my questions for part 2 came from. So tune into part 2 coming after this. It's gonna be spicy.
Oh Lord. Do you have a topic of what you want it to be about?
Your verse? All right, how am I feeling today?
Should I like, I don't know.
There's this girl. I don't know. She was kind of heartless.
Oh, she a savage for real, for real.
Yeah, for real.
Damn. Okay.
Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
Woo! Let's go.
You almost scared me, first of all.
I do that. Oh shit.
You This is your heartless freestyle.
All right, let's get it. Oh, no, let's not get it. Let's get it.
Can you put the music up though in my headphones?
Hey yo, Poncho, you wildin', bro.
Hey.
Please don't end my line with your lies. I got shit to do. Don't tell me why, baby, why I am not confused. I saw through you, you can't lie. I'm not the one to be used. No, you've been running game, you've been playing away for some time. You got away with the others, baby, please, but I will not lie. You had me going, but I won't waste my time, 'cause I ain't got no time for this. I ain't got no time for your love. You gotta figure out your own shit, 'cause I can't change you, I won't pretend. Please don't hit my line, babe. I'm done with wasting time, babe. You've been all these lies, I done heard it all the time. I won't be the one to wait around on you to figure out what it is you're supposed to do. Call this a lesson, baby, it's a blessing, 'cause I really dodged a big one with you, and I won't wait another day waiting on you to say sorry. I won't wait any more of my time on you and your lies. Oh, baby, yeah, 'cause I can never change you, no. I can never make you who I need to be. I can never change you, no. I can never make you who I need. All right, that's all I got. Did you like it? All right, I'm walking out because I'm hot in here.
Miss Rose? Miss Rose?
Yes.
Where did that come from?
You said that you wanted a savage song. You said that you wanted. You said you wanted a song about a savage woman. Oh man, I'm sweating.
I felt that I can never change you.
Oh, because it's real
Yeah.
stuff. I think
Yeah.
we've all been there before, where we felt like, or we've even attempted to change a person or to get them, like, if they can just see that I really do care, then they're gonna come around. No, they're not. They're not. And sometimes, you know, like, you're not, like, you're the lesson. And you have to respect it. That's the thing about the game, like the game of life. You got to respect your position, whatever it is. You can't try to make it more important than what you want it to be, you know, than what it is, because that's how you end up hurt. But if you understand that, you know, this is the position that you're in, and it's all good, like you're saying, you know, I'm good, sweetheart. No, if you just say, you know, like you're releasing it with like, it's good. Like, I'm gonna respect it for what it is. But understand that, like, there's more. Like, there's always going to be better. Because you don't, you know, when you release something, something else has to fill its place.
Yup.
So, that was it.
Okay. So, damn words. That shit was crazy. That was fire, and I really don't have anything else to say.
But you see how much more fun it is when you do a freestyle?
Yeah, nah, that was crazy. I'm happy that you didn't write, because that was dumb impressive. I mean, not even like on the singing shit, but just like how you just came up with that whole concept and just like made it enticing like that. Like that was super fire.
Thank you.
So, yeah. With that being said, if you fuck with this beat, there'll be a link in the description to download it on my BeatStars account. There'll be a free download, non-for-profit. Yeah. This has been episode 40 of Cookups and Convos with the homie, Tinica Rose.
Thank you so much.
Could you tell the people where to find you on social media?
Oh, yes. You can find me at Tinica Rose on pretty much all platforms.
Okay.
IG, Twitter, Facebook. And you can find my project, A Big Girl Winter, on all major platforms.
Yes, sir. Run it up.
Yes. Go out and get that, because 'tis the season and big girls are the reason.
That's fine. You heard it here first. So, hey, if you fucked with the beat or if you fucked with the freestyle, I know you fucked with the freestyle, but if you fucked with the freestyle, but so please, please like, comment, and subscribe. Please subscribe. It really helps more than you may imagine. And yeah, that's what it is. It's part 1 in the books, and part 2 gonna be just as crazy. So,
All right.
good shit.
Thank you.
Woo! Save. Yeah, that was mad fun.
Yeah, save, please, because I don't got it in me to repeat that.